He's worked long and hard to put together a very short PowerPoint program to show the board a little bit about surrounding communities and economic development. It's very well done. I would ask the board to indulge us next month and let him show us and have a discussion if we have time. I know next month is very, very busy, but if he can... At the work session. If that's okay, then we'd like to do that. Okay. Thank you.
We would do it.
If, in that vein then, HPED, before Commissioner Hall was even on this board approved funding for HPED to obtain a nonprofit status with the IRS.
The paperwork is in, and we're waiting for approval. And I asked them to give us an update at the work session because I told them exactly how the board feels. And
Yeah, because the IRS
Dan.
has processed all applications that were processed, that were submitted through April of 2013. We authorized that money 3 or 4 years ago, and I'd also like an explanation of why it took so long. I regularly file these for my clients, and they get done in about a year, and we're talking 4 to 5 years. I find it abominable.
They'll be here at the next meeting to answer any of your questions.
And I did tell them that that is an absolute priority and cannot move forward without it.
All right, okay. Let's go with other business. Commissioner D'Amelio?
Nothing.
Nothing. Commissioner Hall?
I'd just like to thank Jean Angel for coming in and speaking because we so appreciate all of our committees and we know how tirelessly all of you work. And it's just, there's a lot going on right now and there's been kind of different things, but thank you. And thank you for actually taking the time to speak to us concerning that letter. And Larry, thank you for putting the letter together. I thought it was very well done.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We've had a lot of sort of discussion tonight in terms of, amicability and issues with the comments by audience and sometimes within our own board. And it made me recall that in the last week, there was the passing of someone who I considered a long-time, 30 or years or so friend, Jim Brady, who is well known for being President Reagan's press secretary and for the injuries he suffered as a result of the assassination attempt on the president. But I want to recall Jim at this time for a slightly different reason, that both when he served President Reagan and subsequently during all the years during which he valiantly and often very quietly struggled with the effects of his injuries, he remained someone who demonstrated civility, humor, and was always able to balance the proper ability to sort of make his point without doing so in a way that would offend or that was antagonistic. That's why he was so effective, even though he had only been the president's press secretary for a few short months. And I certainly know, and for people who don't know, I've been involved with the Brady Center since before it was the Brady Center. So I've known him and Sarah and many others for so long. But I really believe that sort of the message that he sent is one that we should all, and I try, and I'm sure I don't reach his levels, aspire to, because he really was someone who demonstrated, no matter how difficult the circumstances, and they were, that you could handle things with both humor and with tact without ever getting personal. So I will miss him in that regard.